A breakdown of the number 22 Iowa Hawkeyes' new defense-first identity. Iowa's shift from a Caitlin Clark-powered offense to a defensive force is fueling their success in the early 2024-25 season. Josh Felton has covered the Washington Mystics and ACC women's basketball for Swish Appeal since 2022. After Caitlin Clark left for the WNBA and head coach Lisa Blutter retired, many thought Iowa women's basketball would fall out of contention and relevancy. However, under new head coach Jan Jensen and an evolved team philosophy, the number 22 ranked Hawkeyes have gotten off to a tremendous 9-2 start. The biggest difference between this year's team and the Clark-led Hawkeyes teams? This team is built on defense rather than offense. The 2022-23 and 2023-24 Hawkeyes had the second and first-ranked offenses in college basketball, respectively. However, during those seasons, they ranked 250th and 234th out of 360 Division I teams on defense. Both teams reached the national championship game, making it clear that a fast-paced offense built around a transcendent player was the key to success. However, without a transcendent player on the roster, how does a team adjust? With defense. This season, the Hawkeyes have the 111th ranked defense and the 81st ranked offense in the country. Despite the massive drop-off offensively without Clark, the Hawkeyes have been able to find success stifling teams with excellent defensive principles. Here are the 3 strategic keys to the Hawkeyes' defensive identity. Number 1, ball pressure. Part of the reason why Iowa has been so successful on defense has been their ball pressure. The Hawkeyes will often play a full-court press, not with the intention of forcing turnovers, but to slow their opponent's half-court offense down. In limited minutes, freshman guard Taylor Stremlow has done a great job forcing turnovers and containing dribble penetration from guards. Of course, the leader in that department is senior guard Kylie Farbach. The team leader in steals, the 6'0" Farbach has the size to switch guard-to-guard screening actions while also using active hands to deny entry passes. Active hands, a crucial part of Jensen's scheme, is what makes the second fundamental principle of Iowa's defense so effective. Number 2, help defense. Iowa's help defense has been absolutely phenomenal this season. The Hawkeyes employ what is commonly referred to as Wolfpack defense, which is a very effective gap defensive scheme that prioritizes controlling the paint. There are some differences between Jensen's scheme and the traditional Wolfpack scheme, but Iowa has been excellent at preventing teams from getting paint touches because defenders are always in position to nab steals, while still being able to close out to shooters in the corner. In their most recent game against Michigan State, Iowa junior guard Taylor McCabe forced the Spartans into a turnover in transition because she was both aware of the scoring threat and in great position to defend her opponent. Farbach and senior guard Sydney Falter are probably the most disciplined help defenders on the team. Sometimes, their effort and impact on that end can get lost in the box score, but their ability to force opponents to pick up their dribble earlier than desired helps their teammates. This was especially evident in the Washington State and Kansas games. And, because of their IQ, Iowa become remarkable at defending in the post, despite their lack of size. Number 3, post defense. Last Wednesday, Iowa faced off against Iowa State in their yearly in-state rivalry matchup. Audie Crooks, the Cyclones' sophomore center, was absolutely killing the Hawkeyes' defense in the first half. Jensen made the bold decision to put the smaller Hannah Stolka on her in the second half, and it worked. The junior forward arguably has been the Hawkeyes' best defender this season. Her strength and motor are what made her second-half defense against Crooks so impressive. Stolka was denying post entries on a center who is significantly bigger than her. While the Iowa State game was her best effort, Stolka has been the anchor of a solid post defense all season, even without the traditional size down low. This could pose problems in the future, with rebounding and foul trouble, in particular, emerging as potential weak points, but Stolka has elevated her play on the defensive end. Her defensive effectiveness is a big reason why her minutes per game have increased by almost 8 per game. As we approach conference play in 2025, the Iowa Hawkeyes have been one of the best stories in women's college basketball. Even after losing the best college player of the decade, the team has found and established a new identity, a stifling defense installed by a brilliant first-time head coach. More from Swish Appeal. Defense has this EuroLeague women club undefeated. Sickness couldn't slow down Kalani Brown in WCBA thriller. Meet the dynamic duo driving Vanderbilt. The details behind the new Reebok WNBA collaboration. When and why Iowa is retiring Caitlin Clark's number 22. Get to know Golden State's splash sister.